behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of the Lord, and the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. Therefore neither the priest of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon and Ashdod until this day. But the hand of the Lord was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and destroyed them and smote them with emerods, even Ashdod and all the coasts thereof. Emerald, you look it up as hemorrhoids, tumors. Let's see. I'll give another example how the Most High can cure disease as well. So it wasn't no damn Imhotep. But you know Imhotep was Joseph. I'm saying that because he was looked up to as a god. I'll start from verse 1. 2 Chronicles 16:1. In the 6th and 30th year of the reign of Baasa, king of Israel, came up against Judah and built Ramah, to the intent that he might let none go out or come in to Asa, king of Judah. Then Asa brought out silver and gold out of the treasures of the house of the Lord and of the king's house, and said to Benadad, king of Syria, that dwelt at Damascus, saying, hopefully brothers can, understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to speed up due to the interest of time. There is a link between me and thee. There's a link between me and thee, and there was between my father and thy father. Well, behold, I have sent thee silver and gold. Go break thy league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he may depart from me. And Benadad hearkened unto King Asa, and sent the captains of his armies against the cities of Israel, and they smote Ajon, Dan, Abamaim, and all the store cities of Naphtali. I'm gonna jump down right to the point. What I want to get to. All right, verse let's see this is when the seer had came to Asa, and this is what is speaking about when Asa was angry at the seer. It's a lot more to read, but I want to jump down due to the interest of time. Try to keep the show short, about 30 minutes. This is 2 Chronicles 16:10. You brothers can read the story on your own if you would like. 2 Chronicles 16:10. Then Asa was wroth with the seer and put him in the prison house, for he was in a rage with him because of this thing. And Asa oppressed some of the people at the same time. And behold, the acts of Asa, first and last, lo, they are written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel. And Asa in the 39th year of his reign was diseased in his feet, until the disease was exceeding great. Yet in his disease he sought not to the Lord, but to the physicians. And Asa slept with his fathers and died in the 140th year of his reign, because he sought the physicians, not the Lord. Is that the Egyptians sought after Imhotep, who was a physician, who was Joseph, but they deified him as a god after his perishing, after his death. Alright, let's see. Jump right down to this is another page called www.touregypt.net. I'm gonna just write down to the medical aspect. Speaking of Imhotep, it says Imhotep's best known writings are medical texts. As a physician, Imhotep is believed to have been the author of the Edwin Smith Papyrus, in which more than 90 anatomical terms and 48 injuries are described. We read that before. Well, it basically says the same thing. Yeah, it says the same exact thing as you read before. So I'm not gonna read this one. It says the same thing I was written before, but you really can read this article as well if you want to. This will be the last web page I'm gonna read. Trying to see where I'm gonna end at. All right. This is ancientstandard.com. Imhotep, the common man who became a god. I can just type that in, that title, and it should pop right up. People who have watched the movie The Mummy have heard of Imhotep. In the movie, he was an ancient undead monster who was condemned to a living death for loving the wife of the pharaoh. Oh, it said Joseph, the pharaoh's wife, lied on Joseph, right? Many people may not realize that there was a real Imhotep who lived between 2655 and 2600 BC. See, the dates is all different. They also, because I believe the last one said 3150 BC. They also may not be aware that he is responsible for some of the pyramids that we know and love. While he was not the architect behind the Great Pyramid, Imhotep was the first one to take the mastaba structure that was a common shape for tombs and turn it into a soaring structure that endures to this day. But building pyramids is not Imhotep's only claim to fame. He was also credited for inventing many things, including an improvement form of the papyrus scrolls that were used for all types of writing. He was also believed to have been one of the earliest and best known Egyptian physicians as well. Although two other physicians, Hesi-Ra and Merit-Ptah, also lived at the time, it is Imhotep's writings on medicine that have attracted the most attention. The Emil Smith Papyrus, and here we are with that again, believed to have been written by Imhotep, is full of his observations of anatomy as well as descriptions of various ailments and cures. The cures depicted on the papyrus are lacking in many of the incantations and strange ingredients that were common to Egyptian medicine at the time. Remember, see, because it says the papyrus is notably lacking in the magical thinking that was so common at the time, because he was using actual remedies. They believed in all this magic shit. And this is the last of it I'm going to read. It says, although Imhotep seemed to have been able to separate out magical thinking from scientific observation, much of his life was steeped in religion and superstition. He became the patron saint of Egyptian scribes who were known to pour him a libation before they began any work. He was depicted on a portion of Pharaoh's statue. This had never been done before. Um, Although much of his work was done at the time of Pharaoh Dosa, it was believed that Imhotep lived after Dosa's death. It was believed that he then went on to work for the pharaoh Sekhmet. Unfortunately, Sekhmet's reign was so short, only 6 or 7 years, that he did not survive to see the completion of his pyramid. Although Imhotep was responsible for building some of the largest and most visible tombs in ancient Egypt, his own resting place has never been found. It is believed to be located somewhere near Saqqara, an area that served as a necropolis for Memphis. After his death, his reputation continued to grow. He was awarded divine status after his death and was worshipped by a cult that was based in Memphis. That's why I said they poured the libations onto him. You know, which is a drink offering. He was linked to several gods and goddesses, including Nut, the sky deity, Hathor, who eventually became the wife of Ra, and Ma'at, who stood for truth, cosmic order, and justice. He eventually became the god of medicine and healing, although this did not happen until about 2,000 years after his death. There's one more thing I wanted to read. I wanted to read 2 Kings, the 20th chapter. I'm gonna read it here and I'm quoting on this. This is when Hezekiah, King Hezekiah, who was sick unto death, right? I'm gonna read the first 7 verses and close on that. This is 2 Kings 21. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah the son of Amos came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore, and it came to pass Isaiah was gone out into the middle court, that the word of the Lord came to him, saying, Turn again and tell Hezekiah the captain of my people, Thus saith the Lord, the power of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer and have seen thy tears. Behold, I will heal thee. So the Lord heals you, not no Imhotep, not no Thoth and sick men, none of them. I will heal thee. On the 3rd day thou shalt go up unto the house of the Lord, and I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee in this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria, and I will defend this city for my own sake, for my servant David's sake, and for my servant David's sake. And Isaiah said, Take a lump of figs, and they took and laid it on the boy when he recovered. In fact, got one last scripture. This is in the Apocrypha, Sirach chapter 38, verse 1. Honor a physician, and with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have. So I'll read again. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which you may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For the Most High cometh all healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skilled physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So the main focal point is verse 2. For the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. So the Most High has received honor, not Imhotep. So the Most High Yahweh Shah once again proving that he's the one and only power, and no other god before him by bringing these plagues upon the Egyptians. So with that, I want to say all praise to Yahweh Shah first and foremost. Double honors to the elders, and shalom to you brothers out there pushing the truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.